Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask, Heidi. It is Wednesday. It is the 26th day of July, National Bagel Fest Day. I like bagels. I don't have them very often, but I do like them. National Coffee Milkshake Day. I think I would probably like that. Doesn't that sound good?
It does sound
milkshake?
good, yeah.
National All or Nothing Day. National Disability Independence Day. And National Aunt and Uncle Day. So we are an aunt and an uncle to several people. We'll have to make some calls today.
Okay.
All right. And I got a guest joining me. Jessica Manfre is with a group called Inspire Up, and they do some really cool things. And I'm excited to chat with her about what they do, and also kind of want to chat about how this organization got started. So we'll be visiting with Jessica Manfre coming up in just a bit. Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show on this Wednesday.
Give yourself a little credit.
It's more important than ever to have a better credit card. At bettercreditcards.com, we offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a card to give you cash back or a credit card to help you build your credit, we probably have it at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Give yourself a little credit. Go ahead and switch to bettercreditcards.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com. Everybody gets bored sometimes, but do you ever maybe kind of enjoy it when you have nothing to do? You ever get that where you don't have anything?
I love not
Heidi
having
is.
anything
I've
to
actually
do.
walked in. I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, nothing. I'm like, what are you like watching something? Nope, nothing. She's literally doing nothing.
Doing nothing.
Well, you might be considered creative. Researchers from the University of Arizona found that especially creative people tend to keep themselves entertained even during idle moments and downtime. They don't need a smartphone. They don't need streaming or anything. The study authors went into a little more detail, saying creative people are more likely to make the most of their downtime in a typical day by, quote, exploring their minds. I've seen her mind. That's scary. They were considered more creative, reported feeling less bored while sitting in a room alone. And during COVID pandemic lockdowns, they thought the creative people were less bored and more engaged with their own thoughts.
Yeah.
I'll agree. Surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com.
Did you know you can allocate a percentage of your IRA to physical gold and silver with a tax-free rollover? You can put your IRA back on the gold standard. Genesis Gold IRA is the only IRA that can hold physical precious metals. Call now for your free gold and silver report and learn how to qualify for up to $10,000 in free silver. GenesisGoldIRA.com would like to help protect your IRA today with a simple phone call. Learn more and get the phone number at GenesisGoldIRA.com. That's GenesisGoldIRA.com.
Did you know? Brought to you by GenesisGoldIRA.com. Heidi, did you know board games like Monopoly and Othello can enhance young children's mathematical abilities, according to a study? Researchers have established that playing games can contribute to learning and development, including reading and literacy skills. But the study discovered that among 3 to 9-year-olds, number-based games significantly bolster their math skills. They aid in improving counting, addition, and the ability to distinguish whether a number is greater than or less than another. The study is based on analysis of 19 different studies published since the year 2000. So that's pretty cool. I have not played Monopoly in a long time, and I haven't played Othello since I was a kid. Have you ever played Othello?
I don't even know what Othello is.
Yeah, it's an interesting game. Like I said, I haven't played it since I was probably like 10. I don't even know if you can find that anymore. Apparently you can somewhere, maybe. We don't know everything, but now we know this.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by InsuranceChicken.com. The Golden Bachelor has officially been announced. Gary Turner is a 71-year-old grandpa from India. He's going to star in ABC's first ever senior citizen leading man television program this fall. The Golden Bachelor, spinoff of The Bachelor, shows a whole new kind of love story. Are you excited to watch this, Heidi?
Not even
People
a
in their
little.
golden years. We haven't watched any of them, though. He is a retired restaurateur, charming 71 patriarch, and he says that things only get better with age. And not even Ken can please everybody. Ryan Gosling from Barbie is getting some criticism because he's way too old to play Ken, according to the internet.
Come on.
Yeah. Margot Robbie came to his aid, though. She said, I watched Grease like 150 times. Never once did I think these 20-somethings couldn't really be high schoolers.
Right.
You know? She's like, I don't understand why everybody's all worked up over this. And
Right.
this is weird. Robert Downey Jr.'s filmography over the last 25 years, what would you say is the most important movie?
Oh, the one that he thinks is the most important movie?
I don't know. The New York Times Magazine thinks.
I would say Chaplin.
No, The Shaggy Dog.
What?
Yeah. I don't understand that either. It's the film that got Disney saying they would insure me. The second most important film was Doolittle because it was 2.5 years. I don't understand. I would have guessed Iron Man. All right. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
How much do you pay for your cell phone every month? If that's more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current one. Whether you're a fan of iPhones or Samsung, they both work well with Mint Mobile. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying. Just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com. So today's kind of a special day, July 26th. It was on this day in 1939 in the comics that Bruce Wayne's parents were shot and killed in the alley in 1939 on July 26th. So today is like the true birth of Batman. That would make Batman officially 84 today.
Oh, my.
So
He's still pretty spry.
certainly. Anyway, so all of that going on. And if I don't know if you've seen this thing, there's a film that a couple people talked about it. It's called Barbie. It's in theaters. I don't know if you noticed, but there's a...
I've heard a little bit about that.
Yeah, we still haven't seen it, by the way. We might be the only people in the world. But I've not heard good reviews. That's why I haven't rushed right out. But if you haven't seen the trailers, everything is pink. Pink, it turns out, is not only often a misunderstood color, it's also a divisive color. It's usually considered a frilly feminine color. Pink, though, has gone through a reappraisal. Reappraisal? I don't know if that's the right word. Anyway, it's probably why director Greta Gerwig chose to go overboard with the color pink in the movie. That's not why. It's because it's Barbie.
That's exactly right.
Pink has been reclaimed as a symbol of power for breast cancer awareness and feminist campaigns, but it still belongs to everybody. The color pink, according to the authority, Pantone, that's the color authority people, they say pink is a slightly aloof color. It won't be pinned down, being both feminine and masculine, modern and playful, refined and expressive. This enigmatic, I can't, how do you say that? Enigmatic quality that keeps the conversation going. Plus, pink looks stunning on almost anyone in shades from subtle millennial pink to vivid magenta. So if you want to read that story with all the right words, I've got it in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
Why did the chicken cross the road? To save money on insurance at insurancechicken.com. Do you have the best plan for you? Find out at insurancechicken.com. Let's face it, we don't even want insurance. We need it. But you don't need to overpay. Head over to insurancechicken.com to see your rates from several different companies. All available in one place at insurancechicken.com. The other guys have a gecko, a duck, and an emu. Why not a chicken? insurancechicken.com. That's insurancechicken.com.
Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Wednesday. Our guest today, Jessica Manfre, is with a program called Inspire Up. It's a really neat idea, and they started this a little while back, and I'm super excited to visit with Jessica all about it. So, Jessica, first of all, for folks that are not familiar with Inspire Up, let's talk about what that is and how Inspire Up came to be.
Oh, completely happy to talk about it. It's one of my favorite things in the world. So we were approached by Giving Tuesday headquarters and asked if we would consider doing a campaign. They had seen some work we've done, for other families, military families. And within 2 weeks, we launched this campaign around kindness and activating, ambassadors across the globe to go out into their communities and be kind. We provided encouragement, connected some dots that they needed, maybe with like commands if they were on base, or finding resources for some of their projects. And it changed everything, and when it was over, we realized we didn't want it to end. We didn't want to just have it be that one day, that Tuesday after Thanksgiving. And so Inspire Up was born because we wanted to find a way to stand in the gap, be the good all year long. And we launched it officially April 1st, 2020. So you can just imagine what was going on then.
Absolutely. But I love that you guys are making it Giving Tuesday every day, and I think that's really kind of a cool thing.
Yeah, it's really an attitude. You know, the country is pretty divided, unfortunately. There's a lot of strife and just not kindness. And so for us, it's like, how can we be the good? What can we do to influence people to love their neighbors a little bit harder, to look into their community, but on how they can be the difference?
And I love the fact that the three of you who are kind of the founders and the folks that are driving the bus on this, all military wives, which is awesome. And your mission is to serve military and first responders and veterans. And I think this is just a really cool thing. If somebody listening is saying, hey, I would like to get involved, how do they do that? How do they get a hold of you and how do they help out?
Oh my gosh. So if you go to inspireupfoundation.org and there's a drop down for our program, Giving Tuesday Military is explained, and it will actually bring you to our website for that program. We separated it because when the military gets a little missed and like they're very careful about what they encourage, service members to participate in. And so we had to make sure it was separate, that there was no sign of like fundraising, because obviously Inspire Up is a nonprofit. So if they go to givingtuesdaymilitary.com and you click join the movement, we welcome everyone. Yes, we ask for affiliation because we definitely have ambassadors on bases, but then there's a spot where everyday Americans or anyone can say, I want to be a patriotic supporter and be a part of this. And then, we get great support from some fabulous sponsors that allows us to give grants to investors. Some of them have really big projects that they need help with. We have one out of Quantico that puts medals, at Arlington and at Quantico Cemetery on, some of the graves for family members. That's a fantastic program, but those medals aren't cheap. The shipping isn't cheap. And so we're able to come in and say, hey, we're going to help you support that. But also fun swag and stuff. But, we have also gotten states to declare Giving Tuesday Military as an official day. Last year, I believe we had 8 states declared, and our goal for this year is we've gotten a jump start on it, to have all 50 states recognize this day and get people coming out and being kind.
And when is Giving Tuesday Military? Is that the same day as Giving Tuesday for everybody else, or is it a different day?
Yep. Nope, it's the same day. That's just the name of our campaign. Because you'll see Giving Tuesday South Africa, Giving Tuesday Charlotte, there's campaigns all over the globe at this point, but we are the only military-affiliated campaign, and we are the only campaign that focuses only on kindness. That is, we do not fundraise. Our goal is to get people to realize that on that day, the Tuesday after Thanksgiving, instead of thinking about shopping and materialistic stuff, we can go into our community and make a difference. We can save lives while we're doing it.
I love that. And if people would like to get involved year-round, InspireUpFoundation.org is the website. InspireUpFoundation.org. And again, thank you for your time today, and thank you so much for putting your heart into this and doing what you're doing. I think it's amazing.
Oh my gosh, thank you for the encouragement, and thank you for letting me talk about something that I love so much.
Absolutely. Again, our guest today has been Jessica Manfre. The organization is called Inspire Up. The website, I'm going to throw a link to that to make it really easy to find, so you don't have to worry about anything other than just remembering I've got a link to it in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Wednesday.
Give yourself a little credit.
It's more important than ever to have a better credit card. At bettercreditcards.com, we offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a card to give you cash back or a credit card to help you build your credit, we probably have it at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Give yourself a little credit. Go ahead and switch to bettercreditcards.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The eye of an ostrich is bigger than the brain of an ostrich. It's kind of crazy.
Oh.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Putting sugar on a cut will make it heal faster. Wow.
Okay.
I never thought of that. Fun fact for you. I wonder who discovered that.
I have
Who would put
no
sugar on
idea.
a... Anyway. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
X-rays cannot detect real diamonds. So you can't...
Oh, really?
Yeah, apparently you can smuggle them in and nobody can see them on an X-ray. I don't know. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Ketchup used to be considered a medicine. I know some people who would be very, very healthy. They eat a lot of ketchup.
I eat quite a bit of ketchup.
Yeah, not as much
Not
as some.
as much as our... Yeah.
We had an exchange student from Poland who put ketchup on everything. On pizza, on corn.
Everything.
I mean, we went through like 4 bottles of ketchup a month.
It was
I was
a
like,
lot.
dude, They must really like ketchup in Poland. And our final fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
A study found that dunking an Oreo in milk for 3 seconds gives it the optimal balance of sogginess and structural integrity.
Okay.
3 seconds. Give it a try. Several fun facts. Now you know. Thanks for listening to The John and Heidi Show.
Did you know you can allocate a percentage of your IRA to physical gold and silver with a tax-free rollover? You can put your IRA back on the gold standard. Genesis Gold IRA is the only IRA that can hold physical precious metals. Call now for your free gold and silver report and learn how to qualify for up to $10,000 in free silver. GenesisGoldIRA.com would like to help protect your IRA today with a simple phone call. Learn more and get the phone number at GenesisGoldIRA.com. That's GenesisGoldIRA.com.
Time now for the Mint Mobile question of the day. Comes your way courtesy of Mintervention.com. Question for you, Heidi. A survey says that 1 in 9 people prefer this on the toilet activity over scrolling on their phone. What is it?
Oh.
This is something you like to do, but I don't think you do it in the bathroom. Crossword puzzles.
Oh, yeah. No,
That would be
I've
weird, wouldn't
never
it?
done a crossword puzzle in the bathroom.
Like that just seems odd. Like you need a hard surface to write on, and I don't know. No. Mint Mobile question of the day comes your way courtesy of Mintervention.com.
How much do you pay for your cell phone every month? If that's more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current one. Whether you're a fan of iPhones or Samsung, they both work well with Mint Mobile. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying. Just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com.
Now, some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. A plastic surgeon is offering a, quote, dream surgery that promises transformation of patients to the legendary pink-loving doll for a completely reasonable price of $120,000. Private parts included. What? As fans of the toy, first introduced in 1959, Barbie Mania has been going crazy because of that movie. And there's a surgery center that's offering prospective clients a choice of 3 body surgeries. They include liposuction, a butt lift, implants, facial surgery, and the opportunity to get, quote, classic Barbie hair, in addition to pink nails and teeth whitening. There's also a male or Ken variation, which includes body liposuction, 6-pack etching, fat transfer to chest, jawline, and cheek filler. Patients are chauffeured to and from the surgery in a pink Corvette. While we're not going to go into much detail on the private parts area of the transformation, let's just say that it strays from the Barbie motif because, as Margot Robbie herself pointed out, there's no organs reproductive of any kind on Barbies and Kens. So I don't know exactly what they're doing there, but it says it's part of the package, so I don't even want... We're moving on. Weird news brought to you by...
I've seen some of the people who have gone through that transformation,
look
and it is
terrible.
not attractive.
No, don't do that. Weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
John and Heidi.
Time now for the list brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. We're going to continue things that people think are the same that are not. Part 2. Llamas and alpacas. They're completely different animals. Llamas are bigger. They have a longer face, a larger muzzle. They have longer ears. Alpacas don't. Both animals are native to the Andes Mountains of South America, but they are different animals.
Alrighty.
Other things that people think are the same, but they're not. Highways and freeways. So all freeways are highways, but not all highways are freeways. So here's how you know. Highways are main direct roads. Freeways have controlled access, meaning a ramp is required to access them. Highways that have pedestrian crossings or traffic lights are not considered freeways. So if there's any of that.
I've never thought about that, but okay.
And one last thing. Iced coffee and cold brew. Iced coffee is simply coffee that is brewed hot, then you put it in ice.
Okay.
Cold brew is made chilled and never heated, result in a naturally sweeter and smoother beverage.
Okay.
We'll continue this list tomorrow, maybe even the day after. We got a whole bunch of them. Things that are not the same Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Why did the chicken cross the road? To save money on insurance at InsuranceChicken.com. Do you have the best plan for you? Find out at InsuranceChicken.com. Let's face it, we don't even want insurance. We need it. But you don't need to overpay. Head over to InsuranceChicken.com to see your rates from several different companies. All available in one place at InsuranceChicken.com. The other guys have a gecko, a duck, and an emu. Why not a chicken? InsuranceChicken.com. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Now your quote of the day comes your way, courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com. Our quote today is from Robert Benchley, who says, "A dog teaches a boy fidelity, perseverance, and to turn around 3 times before lying down."
Yeah. They do that because they want to make sure nobody's sneaking up on them.
You know what I like to do? Right after our dog does that, I like to sneak up on her. And it's just like,
That's probably why she has anxiety.
what is going on around here? Quote of the day comes your way, courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. Comes your way courtesy of GenesisGoldIRA.com. This, I think, is an amazing story. I mean, there's probably going to be a movie someday about this. Man and his dog survive at sea for 3 months.
Oh.
Eating raw fish and rainwater. How crazy is this? An
Oh my
Australian
gosh.
sailor who'd been adrift at sea with his dog for 3 months, rescued by a Mexican tuna boat in international waters. Timothy Lindsay Shattuck, age 54, set sail from the Mexican city of La Paz for French Polynesia back in April. A crew of Mexican tuna boat, a crew
So
of a
they got
Mexican tuna boat.
lost then.
I don't
Or
know
they
what happened.
ended up shipwrecked.
A crew on the tuna boat spotted him 1,200 miles from land. The crew gave him and his dog Bella medical
Jeez.
attention and food and hydration. So that could have ended very, very, very poorly. He told Australia 9 News that he and Bella had survived on raw fish and rainwater after a storm damaged his vessel and wiped out the
Okay.
electronics.
Oh my gosh.
That's why they were stuck. Said, "I've been through a very difficult ordeal at sea, and I'm just needing to rest and get some good food because I've been alone at sea a long time. Otherwise, I'm in very good health." So, yeah, there's a little video here where they did like a press conference asking him, and there's photos, and he is very, very, very thin. Now, I don't know if he was that thin before, but, 3 months at sea with nothing but rainwater and...
Oh, yeah, you'd be
Raw fish.
super thin.
Yeah.
This is why I just kind of avoid the ocean.
Yeah, Heidi's not a fan at all. And
I'm really
I
not.
wouldn't
I
say...
love the beach.
Yeah.
Not going in that water.
See, and I'm kind of the opposite. I don't mind being in the water. I'm not a fan of being on a beach because all the sand.
Oh, I love this.
I'm just a wuss. I'm like, I got sand on my feet. I got sand on my shoes. I've got sand all over. I don't know. Not a fan. All right, time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thank you so much for listening to The John and Heidi Show.